All right, thanks, guys. Appalachian State travels to Arkansas, 8 o'clock Eastern kickoff this Tuesday. Appalachian opens 7, now 8.5. Appy State's 4-0 ATS on the season, 2-0 covering away from home. The Mountaineers are also 2-0 against the spread as the official Vegas favorite. They're taking on an Arkansas State team who failed to cover in 4 out of their last 5 games on the board. ASU also failed to cover in 6 out of their last 7, dating back to last season, and find themselves at 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games at home. Weather shouldn't be a factor in this one. Give me the Appalachian State Mountaineers -8 after buying the half a point, getting the job done against the number on Tuesday. And with that said, welcome to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for college football week 7. But before we get into some more of that, I just want to remind you to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 70% for my last 10 underdog picks on that website, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 a month. There's also plenty of free content there as well, so once again, please feel free to hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser and just quickly check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. The link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're watching this program right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You certainly make it all worth it. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at our Week 7 slate of college football lines and personal leans. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And up next, Florida at Vanderbilt, 12 o'clock Vandy. The Gators open -10 all the way down to 6.5. Florida's 5-1 on the season, 5-1 against the spread as well. They're 2-0 straight up in their games away from home, 2-0 ATS in that very same category. The Gators also covered in 3 out of their 4 games, taking on teams allowing less than 25 points per game. They're taking on a Vanderbilt program who's 3-3 on the year while covering just 3 out of their 6 total games. Vandy's failed to cover in 2 out of 3 games as the official Vegas underdog, and they're 0-5 straight up in their last 5 at home against Florida. I like the Gators to get the job done in this spot here. Not sure why they've been faded 3.5 points. Give me the Florida Gators -6 after buying the half a point, getting the job done against the number. Next game, Pitt fighting Irish, 2:30 Notre Dame. The Irish are -21 against the spread in this matchup here. The Irish are 6-0 so far in the year, 4-2 ATS in those 6 ball games. The Irish are 4-0 straight up at home this season, 5-2 straight up in their last 7 at home against Pitt. The Panthers are just 3-3 on the season, failing to cover in 3 out of those 6 games. Pitt's also 0-2 straight up on the season, failing to cover in those couple of matchups. The Panthers have also struggled to get the job done when traveling, going just 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games on the road, depending on where you're shopping at. Now, this looks like it should be a very good spot for Irish backers here, so I'm going to go ahead and take Notre Dame -21, getting the job done against the spread in this one. Next game, UCF Memphis, 3:30 Memphis. The Knights of UCF opened up as the 3.5 point favorites and now find themselves -5 against the spread. Central Florida's 5-0 thus far on the season, 4-1 against the spread in those 5. UCF 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games dating back to last year. They're also 6-1 ATS in their last 7 on the road and 5-0 straight up in their last 5 on the road against Memphis. Now, the Tigers, on the other hand, have failed to cover in 3 out of their last 6 games thus far in the season. Memphis also failed to cover in 6 out of their last 9 meetings with UCF. So with all that said and done, I'd really like to back the Knights in this spot here. Feels like a pretty decent spot despite the travel. Give me the UCF Knights -5, getting the job done against the number. All right, next game, Temple Navy, 3:30 at the Naval Academy. The Owls of Temple open -4, now -4.5. Temple's 4-2 thus far against the spread on the season. 2-0 ATS away from home as well. The Owls have been traveling well as of late. 5-0 ATS in their last 5 on the road, dating back to last season. Temple's also successfully covered the number in 5 out of their last 6 against Navy. The Midshipmen, on the other hand, really struggled against the spread this season. Just 1-4 ATS on the year. Navy's also failed to cover the number in 5 out of their last 6 games, playing at home against Temple. So with all that said and done, I think Temple should be able to roll. Give me the Temple Owls -4 after buying the hook, getting the job done against the point spread in this one. Next game, Miami, UVA, 7 o'clock, Virginia. The Hurricanes opened this one up as the 9-point favorites, but have now moved down to just the 7-point favorites in this Saturday's matchup. Miami covered just 3 of 6 thus far in the season, and just 3 out of their last 10 dating back to last year. Miami also struggled to cover the number away from home, going just 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games away from home. Meanwhile, on the Virginia side, they're 3-2 straight up on the season, and a solid 4-1 ATS, getting the job done against the number. Virginia's been really good to their backers at home, going 3-0 both straight up and against the spread in their 3 games at home this season. Now UVA is also 4-2 straight up in their last 6 games, playing at home against Miami. Now the Canes should be able to get the job done in the outright game on paper, but I really think Virginia has the ability to keep this one close at home. Give me the Virginia Cavaliers +7, getting the job done against the number at home. All right, next and final game for the show, it is going to be Wisconsin at Michigan, 7:30 at the Big House. The Michigan Wolverines opened up as the 8-point favorites in this Big Ten grudge match. That said, though, most of the betting public has since faded them and now find themselves as the 7-point favorites in this Saturday's matchup. Michigan failed to cover in 3 out of their 6 ball games for the season. They've also struggled against the spread historically against the Badgers, just 1-10 ATS in their last 11 meetings with Wisconsin. Meanwhile, on the Wisconsin side, ton of success covering away from home as of late. 6-1 ATS in their last 7 on the road, dating back to last season. The Badgers are also 5-1 ATS in their last 6 against Michigan, and 5-1 ATS in their last 6 on the road against the Wolverines. This should be one of those slow, methodically paced games with long, sustained drives, lots of running, short passes, lots of defense, and 2 coaches trying to outthink each other. A very cerebral game I'm expecting. However, I do think the Badgers keep it close in this one. Give me the Wisconsin Badgers +7, getting the job done against the number in the Big House. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I just have to remind you to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 70% for my last 10 underdog picks on that website, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to hit that pause button right now and open up your browser. All you got to do is quickly check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you are watching this program right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You certainly make it all worth it. And as always, thank you for watching today's program. I hope you enjoyed all this great free information. I don't know if you saw it, but last night I went live for the very first time covering the Texans-Cowboys game. So I thought it went okay. We just covered the first half of football, a little soft opening, a little trial run. So if you saw that or you want to take a look at that, take a quick listen and see what you think. I was not on screen. It was just audio. It was just my voice. And as always, I am more than welcome to hear your feedback. A lot of times when you give me that solid feedback, it does reflect in future content. But anyway, once again, I hope you enjoyed all this great free information for this video. And please don't forget to check out my daily best play at patreon.com/BrockPage.